How's it going, guys? My name is Graeme, and welcome back to West of Loathing, a game that still holds the record for being the longest running series on the channel. I believe it was 47 parts. There's a lot of hours put into this game, and it was so much fun, and I've been patiently waiting for a DLC for this game ever since, and just the other day, just on February 8th, I believe, we got the first piece of DLC for this game, which is very exciting. It is Reckonin At Gun Manor. It's going to be kind of ridiculous, because we played through the entire game in the hard mode. We have a relatively high level, like well-rounded, quite strong character that I believe we're just going to be moving forward with. I don't think you restart the game or anything. I assume that this is going to show up in the Desolate, Lonesome coast. The DLC is literally the purpose of this entire area here. So we just need to wander around Dirtwater, I believe, and hopefully someone will just have a fun little task for us. I've helped so many people around here. Okay, here we go. Something new. I said finally. It's like I've been looking around for 2 seconds, but I was scared that it was going to be a little bit buried. So, T Gun & Co. Ltd. There's a weird ghostly carriage here. Get in? Heck yeah. I did ask the developers. I tweeted out to them and basically said, it's been a while since I played the game. Am I going to be very lost in the story of this game? Like, how much does it tie into the main events of the original story? And they said you should be fine. Like, maybe there's going to be some small tie-ins, but pretty much it is a standalone story. So that should be nice for everyone out there to know as well. So yes, obviously I'm using a character that has already been leveled up, has gone through the entire game, so he might have a leg up or an advantage because of that, but you should be able to enjoy this DLC series on its own if you didn't watch the original, and if you enjoy it, then sure, go back and watch the original. There's like 27 hours worth to watch. You hop in the ghostly carriage, which seems to support your and Susie's weight well enough. An invisible driver yells, "Hiya!" and cracks an invisible whip, and an invisible horse snorts. The carriage starts moving, and soon you're out of sight of Dirtwater. Exciting! Hitching a ride in a ghost carriage. You can't even see us. I thought maybe you would, like, see straight through the carriage. Oh, we're getting to be slightly more ghostly along the way here, too. But I thought you would see us in there. Reckonin' at Gun Manor. Man, I'm so pumped to finally have new content in this game. They've been teasing the DLC for so long. A thick, gray fog envelops the carriage, and you lose all sense of time and space. Eventually, the fog clears and the carriage parks near a very large and ornate mansion. A disembodied voice calls out, "All out for Gun Manor, last stop." You disembark. Susie, what do you think of all this? Are you excited for a new adventure there, partner? Woo-wee, I never imagined a house that big. Yeah, dang, me neither. I'd want a map and a compass just to walk from one end to the other. At least a piece of chalk. What the hell would you want chalk for? Just to like a trail of breadcrumb style thing? And then the dang maid comes by and wipes your marks off the walls, and you get lost coming back from the bathroom. Heh, what do you think we should do next? What we should do next is definitely investigate the manor. That's pretty clear, isn't it? Although the manor itself isn't ghostly. Hello. It's a lady carrying some weird equipment. I would like to talk to her. Excuse me, do you work here? Who, me? No. Nuts. I can't find any employees in the gift shop either. I haven't even started this job yet, and already it's a pain in my neck. What's wrong? I can't get inside. Mrs. Gun, I didn't realize Gun Manor was literally, like, named after someone who was Mrs. Gun. Mrs. Gun hired me to come out here and deal with a bunch of spooks that are haunting up the place. I can't do that if I can't even get in the front door, though. Ooh, she's totally wielding, like, Ghostbusters equipment then. Who's Mrs. Gun? Spooks like ghosts. What's wrong with the front door? I guess I didn't even need to try using it to begin with. I was never going to get through. Who's Mrs. Gun? You never heard of Terry Gunn? Terry Gunn. Well, it's not Tommy Gunn. Maybe she's married to Tommy Gunn. I'm trying to think if it was like Gunn Terry Gunn. If there's a pun in there, I'm missing it. Someone will have to let me know if there's something. There's like jokes hidden in every word and sentence of this game, and I'm always trying to parse them out, and sometimes they're a little obscure. Should I have? Well, I would think so. She's a pretty famous inventor. You've got her best-known invention hanging right there on your belt. She invented belt buckles? Wow! Guns. She invented guns. Oh. Well, there you go. Guns are named after her, not the other way around. And these spooks are like ghosts? Exactly like that. Yep. 13 of them, according to my instruments. Florence Cunningham, Cunningham Ghost Annihilation Services. That's me. Interesting. What do you annihilate them with? Science. I was gonna guess that weird kind of rifle-like contraption you're carrying? Yes, it shoots science. And then what's wrong with the front door? Front door? Well, it's, locked. No, not locked, no. So what's the problem? Okay, see, I'm a ghost hunter. I ain't a spider hunter. I don't hunt spiders at all. And there's a huge, gross, hairy, fanged, drooling giant spider in the foyer. So, until I either find another way in or find someone else to take care of the spider hunting side of this biz, I'm staying right the frig out here, okay? I can see you feel pretty strongly about this. I do. Oh, I just wanted to stop and appreciate the music for a moment. How is it simultaneously spooky ghost mansion music and western? I just want to let that hang there for a second. That's so cool. That's so incredibly well done. Music was already a strong point in a game where everything about the game is a strong point, but that is so cool. I love that. Well, maybe I can help you out. Oh, hey, that'd be swell. You know, you look reasonably tough and or wily. Why don't we team up? I'll handle the ghosts, and you can handle the things that aren't ghosts. Ooh, am I gonna... do I still have Buffalo Bill with me? Because I don't have Susie, Bill, and Florence? It was Florence, right? Florence and her machine, one could say. Okay, yeah, let's go. Roger copy. It's the Grimy, actually. Yeah, I named my character the Grimy Slinger way back when I didn't realize. I thought it was like a cool nickname, like Billy the Kid or something. So I kind of put a little spin on it, but it just makes everyone think that my first name is the Grimy. So it was a little bit of a weird combination thanks to that. I guess I'm not going to see if there's anyone in my party till I get into a battle. I tried to open the map. This house isn't even on any map you've ever seen. And if it's on a map you haven't seen, well, that map isn't doing you any good. You could probably take the coach back to Dirtwater if you wanted. I do want to stay here. I just wanted to see if it showed up in the desolate, lost coast. Lonesome coast. Lonesome, not lost. I just wanted to take a quick check. See what else there is to visit, look around at, because there's just always things to dig up in this game. Gun Manor Visitor Center. The visitor center is bereft of any employees. Where the heck is everyone? Well, let's see if we can find out. That's partially what we're here for. Largely, I would say. Get some tunes. The crank is missing from this record player. Well, that's a damn shame. Parking validation. There's nobody here to validate you, parking or otherwise. But I need the validation. How will I know if I'm doing a good job? You don't know what this machine does, but you do know you don't know how to operate it. You don't know... Yes, basically that was the gist of it. This sign on the machine says Genuine Gun Manor Souvenir Tokens. Make your wishes come true, just 400 meat. Do as it says. Negotiate a better deal using my dickerin. Yeah, I'll negotiate with the machine. You lose 200 meat in a staggering display of business acumen. You convince the machine to give you a discount. You got the Gun Manor Souvenir Token. I don't think I need to buy another one, but I will anyways. You get another one. I get another one. Okay, I'm going to stop buying those. That seems like that's plenty. Better find out what they do first. This token says it can be redeemed for one souvenir. It seems like they could have cut out a step and just sold you a souvenir directly. Yeah, but that's like selling you gift cards or like, you know, Denny's dollars or whatever. I don't know if that's a real thing, but you know, then you can only spend it there. It's quite savvy, actually. There's an old frame photograph of Mrs. Gunn on the wall with a little explanatory plaque underneath it. Ooh. The way that people nowadays days go to like those photo booths where you dress up as cowboys and they take photos in like sepia tones. I want there to be a version of that where people dress up in like modern looking clothes, even though that, doesn't exist yet, and then take fully colored photos. This is like a weird opportunity to put a spin on it there. Or they would take pictures dressed up as like medieval times or something. You would just like take further steps back in the timeline, right? And that would be like fun and old-timey for them. Take a closer look. The photograph is of a young Mrs. Gunn smiling as she accepts a fancy trophy from a man in a suit. A frowning man wearing a lab coat is standing behind her. The plaque reads, Terry Gunn and assistant accepting the 1869, why didn't we think of that award, for excellence in inventing. It's weird to say, from the National Academy of Profitable Sciences. It's an info desk, but the only info you know about it right now is that there's nobody staffing it. Unfortunately, there's nobody here to sell you a snack right now. The photo counter is unattended, and you don't know how to use this kind of camera. You're not a thief, so you're gonna have to wait until there's someone you can pay before you get any of this candy. I'm not totally against a little bit of thievering. That's funny. Like, even though this would be, painted on or whatever, it's like the same font size across the board, so it just couldn't fit on this one. Uncharacteristically, the IRS has actually added 50% to this sign. For some reason, the IRS. Oh my god. Come on, game. That's a close down and never play again one. What does the IRS have to do with souvenirs? There's some layers compounding like interest on your taxes to a joke like that. That's just impressive. Let's talk to Florence. We haven't talked to her since she joined. Maybe she's got some fun, clever new opinions. Florence the Ghost Hunter. What's crackin', Florence? She raises an eyebrow at you and glances at one of her weird instruments. According to my weird instruments, there are 13 ghosts left on the premises. More precisely, there are 4 left on the first floor, 4 on the second, and 5 on the third. Talk to her about current location? I mean, she basically kind of already did. Anytime you want to deal with that spider so we can get this show on the road, I'm ready. Any old time. Okay. But because I like being thorough in games like this, I am going to head back this way to where I first saw her. I don't know if that's the front door or the other one is. Maybe they're both quote-unquote front doors. What do we have here? Do we have like a hedge maze we could go in? That would be awesome. It's an informative plaque about the hedge maze. The bronze plaque reads, The Gun Manor Hedge Maze was erected in 1888 for the entertainment of guests and the family's then 2 daughters until one of them died in the hedge maze maybe. You're welcome to meander its paths, though we recommend caution during the winter. Obviously a reference to The Shining. But like meandering wandering? Was it wandering in the main map of the main game? That's where you would have like fun encounters, little battles, and randomized events and things like that. So maybe you do that for the DLC in the maze. That would be really neat. Below that is pasted a handwritten note. Actually, we recommend staying out altogether because some crazy wizard moved in and has been animating the shrubs. Danger! Weird. I walked into it on accident. That's fine. Do we do it, Susie? What do you think right now? Wow, this is some hedge maze. Sure is. Minds me of when I was a kid and Pa and the neighbors would build a maze out of hay bales for us to run around come fall. Ah, fun. Ours didn't have monsters in it, though. Probably for the best. Oh, crap. I just want to go back. I feel like this is like a come back to it sort of thing. It's interesting. It's exciting seeming. Past here is just nothing. Where is this place? That sounds exciting, but it sounds like the sort of thing you do maybe once we've experienced the main story a little bit. Let's get a little bit more main story stuff moving. You try the handle of the front door. It doesn't seem locked, but some kind of force is holding it shut. Yeah, some ghost is playing tricks on you, because you know you ain't packing science. Stand back, I got this. Florence unlimbers her weird rifle and fires a short burst of swirling light into the doorknob. You hear an eek sound from the inside and the door swings open. Ha! Works every time. And this spider, he's a little much, man. He looks like he picked up one of those silly walking books or something. I don't know if I really want to deal with that. What do you think, Susie? It's a pretty fancy place. Makes me anxious. Don't reckon I'd ever get my boots clean enough to walk around in here. Do you mean that literally, or as a metaphor for class consciousness? Now I'm really anxious. Thanks. Oh, sorry about that. What are you doing? This little dance is just a good way to keep ghosts at bay, perhaps? What's the buzz, Florence? There it is! Kill it, kill it, kill it. Oh, she's just wigging out because of the spider. Okay, dang. Just try to be a teeny bit cool about it, will you? Kill it! I'll get to it. I just want to, read things for a minute, okay? The House of Mrs. Terry Gunn. Teresa Terry Gunn, born 1847, built this stately, if architecturally unusual, manor house in the late 70s, completed in 77, using the proceeds from her famous invention, the gun. After her retirement in 1891, she graciously opened many of the rooms to the public as a museum and historical center. Interesting. A fancy new electric floor lamp. Turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. Doesn't seem to do a whole lot. Maybe we can't fight the spider and we gotta chase it away or something. This radiator is as cold as a radiator is when the boiler isn't working. So it's off, is largely what you're saying here. It's a newfangled... Nope, that's not. It's a newfangled electric intercom system. The intercom is making an annoying humming and crackling noise. Tune it to a spider-killing frequency using mysticality. Leave it alone. I do want to see if I can, talk to the spider, or if that'll just be a fight. That doesn't seem that scary. Let's try and fight it. We haven't been in a fight for a while. Try and remind us. Oh, okay, and Florence doesn't take part in the fights. Buffalo Bill is still with us. So we're pretty much all set. I think we should, yeah, that's about as easy as it gets. See, that wasn't so bad. Easy for you to say. She shudders again. Ain't nothing for it. That's why I say, I'm gonna go ahead and turn these off. Save electricity. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's cold as a federal's... Oh, I didn't realize I was moving forward into it. I thought I was accidentally walking out. It's as cold as a federal grants administrator's heart in here. I wonder what's causing that. You don't think it's, all that ice? Nah, you got it backwards. The ice couldn't be here if it wasn't cold to begin with. That's science. Maybe the house's heat got shut off somehow? Well, we better see if there's a furnace or boiler or something. It'd probably be in the basement. Alright, let's have a look around. I guess the radiator was cold for more of a reason then. Look at all that spangly looking ice. The whole left half of the house is filled with ice. What do you make of this, other than what we just talked about? What's the skinny, compadre? She's just talking about the ghost still. We got beets on the wall over here? Jeez, it's cold in there. Cold as a snowman's carrot. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm trying to decide if you meant that to sound dirty. Little old me. Oh, sassy, silly little Susie. Getting all naughty in there. This painting is only kind of good. It's one of those round fruits. Oh, speaking of carrots. Oh, well, I accidentally went into the rat sit room. I kind of want to see the name of the rooms when I walk in them. And also I want to go back out here and I want to turn off the lights. Because I don't know, it seems like a thing. I'm trying to save power. I'm trying to be environmentally conscious. Oh, is there anything else I can do with the intercom? Other than the rat killing? Press the talk button. Hello? Hell. A ghost just said hell at me? Spooky. I'm pretty sure that's not a ghost. The intercom's just busted. Try again. Who is it? Mrs. Gunn? No, Mrs. Oh man. That would have been a pretty good joke if the intercom wasn't broken. like a knock knock almost. Would it? Try again? Mrs. Gunn, do you know your intercom is broken? You'll have to break up. My intercom is broken. You have to speak up. My intercom is broken. Are we just gonna do these old vaudeville gags all day? What do you mean, old? It's 1895. Vaudeville is at its peak. Mrs. Gunn, we're here about the ghost extermination you requested. Well, one of us is, and the other one is generally adventuresome. Can we have a word? I can't quite make out what you're saying. Come up to the 3rd floor. All right, this is the 3rd floor it is. What? We'll just get out of there. It's a A+ plan we've put together here. Guaranteed to work, I would say. Now we can go to the rat sit parlor. And I'm turning off these lights. I have no concept of what this is going to be for, but I'm committing super hard to that. Huh. Rich folks sure have strange taste in art. It's a sofa with some nice throw pillows on it. And anything else in the room of notice? It's a tea cart laden with tea things. I will take them, please. You liberate the tea cart service from the cart, and we received the tea service. A teapot and some cups on a pewter tray. Just add a bunch of imaginary friends and you've got a tea party. I guess it'll just end up being like a quest item or something, because like I can't see what else it'll be. Yeah, quest item, there we go. Well, I can't do anything with the art currently, but rat sit, I'll keep that in mind in case that is a thing in any way, shape, or form. I guess the cellar would be a good place for the basement to be. If I was going to put the basement anywhere, it would be under the house. So the door is barred. Disbar it. Lawyer style. You remove the bar from the door and hurl it out a nearby window. Just straight F that to that bar. Go through the door. Is there more spiders down here? What are you wigging out about? What's the skinny, compadre? Oh, holy jeez, look at all those spiders. I guess there are more on the other side there. Yeah, there's kind of a surprising number of them, huh? Listen, I'm just gonna stand over here and hyperventilate a little. You go on ahead. If you need anything, feel free to come back over here and tell me about it. Fine. I'm sure we'll make do. Just a bunch of dusty old cleaning supplies. The irony. A box of old photographs, look through them. They're all photos of boring looking people you don't recognize. I'm glad I looked through a box full of strangers' photographs. That's pretty much about the only result you're ever gonna expect to ever hope to have. So there you go. Quite a cellar they've got here. Heck, this cellar alone is bigger than my whole house was. What's a body do with this much space? Guess we could ask the spiders. I'm just gonna edge a little closer. Yeah, they're going a little nuts over there. I don't want to tear that open just yet. A Plotco lock, eh? Lucky for us, I have a key for every model they make. Florence fumbles a giant key ring out of her pocket and finds the one that unlocks the door for you. I don't even think we could have gotten to the building without Florence here, so I guess we really did need her. Oh, hey, a lab! Check it out! Florence starts excitedly poking around the workbenches and shelves. They must have been doing some really good science down here. I don't even recognize half this stuff. Okay, well, don't accidentally blow us up or anything. Psh, relax, I have an advanced degree in tinkering and fiddling. Good for you. Sounds full on. Very legit. What do you think the joke's going to be with the periodic table here? Is it going to be the something else table of elements? The periodic table of blank? Something westerly? It's a chart with all 76 elements on it, which I think the real number is like 116 or something, isn't it? Including calcium, antimony, and praseodymium. They even left room for the ones that haven't been discovered yet, like lorcium, koschicilium, and kixium. There's no way those aren't references to something. I'm popping up open a Google search here. As far as I can tell, lorcium is a company. I got nothing there. Koschlidium? These aren't real things at all. So maybe the joke is that they haven't been discovered yet. Like, they haven't been discovered in this Western world just the same as they have not been discovered in our own world. This workbench is littered with scrap metal and little canisters labeled bismuth. Do not eat. Probably a good recommendation. You assume that these 3 boxes all contain the same thing, but you don't know what it is. Broken 8s? Is all I got to go off of. You stoked about this lab here? Nah, you're still just talking about all that business. Ooh, check out all the tools and science stuff in here. Once you get past, say, mending a barbed wire fence, it might as well be magic to me. I'll let you know if I find a +1 pair of pliers. Susie, I believe I know your wheelhouse. I know the extent that reaches. It's a box of science stuff. For sure. Doohickeys. I want them all. A workbench with a device on it? This device clearly has a purpose, but you can't fathom what it is. Maybe that blueprint on the wall could help you. It's kind of a complicated blueprint. I have a leg up on this by so much, by having such an insanely high amount of any of this. And, like, experience to spare. I could jack this stuff up further even if I need, but I guess I'll wait and see if anything ever comes up. Try to figure it out? Haha! It's a device for reducing the loudness of gunfire. A silenter, if you will. It doesn't look a whole lot like that, but a silenter, that's funny. The box of doohickeys. This is a box of various glass tubes and coils of wire and little vials of chemicals and whatnot. Nothing immediately important, I suppose. A bench covered with gunsmithing tools and supplies. Mess with them. You don't really know much about gunsmithing, so you just kind of randomly cram pieces together until you have a vaguely something gun-shaped. You've made the worst gun. It looks pretty good to me. Who's got 2 thumbs and is lucky they haven't been shot off yet because of this inexpertly constructed gun? You, damage 1 to 1. Outstanding. Can I improve with this at all? You've done enough damage here. It's not getting any better. Cabinet full of first aid supplies. Aid myself. The patent emetic and the expensive medicine. This substance cures poisoning by making you vomit, but luckily medical science has confirmed that vomiting is the cure to basically every type of poisoning. This is used in combat to cure poison. And this medicine is so expensive, did I say explosive? Expensive, that has a gold cross on the label. This item is used in combat, heals 50% of your max HP. That's pretty dang good. Gold cross. Is it like holy water or something? Is that a joke in some way? It's a big can of paint with a brush sitting on top of it. Paint something on the wall. Boo! Was that bad? Should I have not done that? Because it made kind of spooky. You're still not sure why you decided to paint that. Because haunting ghost stuff is happening. I'll tear it. Ugh, what horrors lurk inside this thing. I'll tear it open. Oh, it's bones. Well, bones and pants. The double silk pantaloons. This is a nice pair of silk pants. Before it got another layer of silk added to it by spiders, and now it's a very nice pair of silk pants. Extra moxie, which is kind of great. But what am I wearing currently? The thick quilted pants, a lot of HP and armor. The double silk pantaloons are pretty good. And do you know what? I bet you cold is going to come up with the ice and the radiator and everything, so probably a good idea to have some cold resistance. They aren't going to let you pass without a fight. Not a problem. It was kind of a joke previously. I imagine I'll be fine again. And oh yeah, Susie, I haven't had to fight in a while. It takes me a minute to remember how the combat actually plays out. Oh god, they're so much stronger than I would have ever guessed. They don't have a lot of health, but turns out they're damn strong. Okay, so disable for a round. We don't need you attacking at all. Buffalo got messed the hell up. Suddenly I'm going to have to be a lot more careful about jumping into these spider fights. In spite of how many eyes they have, those spiders never saw you coming. You've got a glob of spiderweb. This is a big sticky glob of spiderweb, which you kept, presumably, in case you run out of meat when it comes time to buy Halloween decorations. This item is used in combat, reduces target stats by 25. Miscellaneous spider parts. A little pile of miscellaneous spider eyes, chitin, legs, and organs. I think chitin is kind of like what they make their exoskeletons out of or whatever. If that's, I'm probably mixing up terminology or whatever, but it's kind of like how we have I think chitin is what we use to make our fingernails and stuff. Legs and organs. You never know when you might need to make something terrible, I suppose. We're gonna Frankenstein together a bunch of pieces of spiders. That sounds kind of awful. Oh goddamn. The good news is there's only one spider. The bad news is it's huge. Huge. Tan its hide despite its size. I think Buffalo and Susie come back every round. I think everyone goes full health every round, so I think I'm fine. And luckily I have the most insanely strong move imaginable, so we should be alright. I didn't want that to come down to it getting a chance to attack whatsoever. You've turned the giant spider into a giant mess. Now it's time to collect the useful parts of the mess. Spider egg omelet? Looks like oh, that's so gross. Spiders lay eggs in like the billions, and they're so tiny and nasty and disgusting. Looks like the spider's eggs got scrambled up and cooked somehow while you were fighting it. You're not sure where the plate came from, though. Increases maximum HP by 25, spooky resistance by 20 for the rest of the day. And more spider parts. Bless this mess. This pie safe is really working overtime, what with all the spiders. And, oh, spider pie, that's even worse than the omelet. Get out of here. Whatever used to be in this pie has been replaced with teeming swarms of offspring of spiders who ate it. Ugh! That's the grossest thing I've ever heard. No wonder Florence is wigging the hell out over all this. Well, guys, it's so exciting. I'm so pumped to be back in the world of West of Loathing. I can't wait to see where all this heads. It's everything I wanted to be already. They clearly haven't missed a beat with their off-kilter humor and everything, so it's going to be very exciting for us. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you again soon.